His Royal Majesty, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you doing?
We are doing very, very good. Thank you very much for actually gracing this occasion for us. His Royal Majesty, please just tell us a little bit about yourself. Because of time, we're going to move quite fast on this.
Yes. So my name is King Tackie Tsuru II. I have been installed as the Ga Mantse. The Ga Mantse is a line of kings that take over the Ga stew. And we have had this for centuries. Over the Ga dynasty has existed for so long. From 1610, we started installing Ga Mantse. I want to take this opportunity to also say a hello and greetings. Mihanya Manye, those in the diaspora who are listening to this program, I want to thank everybody for even making time to be tuned in to your program. I want to thank all your viewers and say you're all welcome to this great opportunity to have me speak with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, His Royal Majesty King Tackie Teiko Tsuru the second. I hope I got the name right, the king.
King Tackie Teiko Tsuru the second.
Okay, good. Let's go straight to the purpose of this program, which is to know a little bit about the people you lead, that's the Ga people, and also to deliberate on our brothers and sisters back in the diaspora, and especially the Caribbeans and the Americans, and the good work that you people are doing to try and embark on that journey of atonement to try and reconnect with our people. Now, tell us a little bit about your background before we get into those things. I mean, I've read a bit about your biography, but I mean, you just did not become a king out of the blue. You started from somewhere, and I understand is in 2017 you were installed as the king of the great people of Ga. Please tell us a little bit about yourself.
Like I said, I have an MBA in strategic management and consulting. I have an MBA in international business from the Kumasi School of Business. I have also a doctorate from the University of California. I have made a point that the Ga state needs to revive, it needs to rise again. And on the soils of my fathers, I have sworn an oath that it has to rise again. And how does it rise? What is my vision? Why am I here? That child that has been born in Bukom, that child that has been born in Bethe, that child that has been born in Sempe, a child that has been born in Abola and Asne, that child must thrive. I see this child as an endangered species who in 10 years will lose his or her livelihood. So that is my focus, the children. We are building a system where the child, the girl child especially, her enrollment in school equals that of boys in their transition, in their retention, in their achievement, and in their completion. We are looking at children who will drop out between JHS and SHS in their transition and build vocational schools for them, training schools where they can learn some entrepreneurship, build skill, build value, and then we look for startups for them. Recently, we are doing something like this with the NBSSI, and they have given several people startups to build businesses or to run their businesses or rekindle their businesses. We are looking at the situation of teenage pregnancy, which is prevalent in our communities. We are looking to discourage it and build a system, build platforms where Ga girls would be engaged in other things than they engage in profitably, to make sure that they are discouraged from any kind of relationship with the opposite sex until it's time. We are looking at also the fetal alcohol syndrome, which is in our communities, very prevalent in our communities. Most girls, when at 13, 14, 15 are pregnant, use several substances, and this affects the brain development of the child they have in there. When the child is born, this child cannot retain memory. This child cannot feel anything. And this is a recipe for disaster. Looking at all these things, we have decided that Ga Girl Child Project must be our prime purpose for this reign, and also an educational fund that would also help to bring all children to the level where their talents and who they are brought out properly. My vision is set that this generation must have something to say, and I am that voice that is saying it for them. Thank you.
Thank you very much, King. The King, from your submission, everyone can attest to the fact that you are so passionate about your people, development of your people, the future of your people is something that, from your submission, someone can conclude without doubt that it is on your heart. Now, tell us a little bit about your people. I mean, if I arrive in Ghana, for someone who doesn't know, where are the Ghana people located? A little bit about their background, because we're talking about these people, the people you are championing the development for. Where can they be located, and who are they?
The Ghana state actually is in the southern part of Ghana. The Ghana people traveled from Israel, which is their source, through Ife, crossed the Volta, and came to live in presently Ayawaso, and then presently where they are. The Ghana state is in the middle of the earth because we have the equator running through Adnunwa, or the Greenwich Meridian running through Adnunwa. Ga people are people who speak the Ga language, dialect. The Ga Dangbe people are also sisters of the Ga people who also speak a dialect called Dangbe. We are a friendly people, a very progressive people, and very accommodated people. Capital Accra is a city where we are all developing because it has become the eye of Africa. Business here is brisk and can be done properly. We as Ghans have accommodated all tribes from Ghana, and like we said, we had a system of assimilation called Ablikuma. We invited all tribes to come and stay with us. Presently, we see that we have issues from that particular assimilation program that was designed by our forefathers, because there is so much pressure on our language, so much pressure on our culture, so much pressure on who we are, so much pressure on our very existence. As a result, what is Ga right now is hardly discernible. We are building structures and systems to keep the Ga state as it is, or as it used to be before. That is why we have programs like Makasi Ga and programs to build a Ga Girl Child, programs to build the Ga Dangbe education, programs to build infrastructure and development and socioeconomic progress. We have so many programs that we are building to reassert ourselves within the capital city of Ghana. And that is what we are doing now. And I have very able men and women, chiefs and chieftains, who are with me running the sports. Thank you.
Thank you very much, His Royal Majesty. That's world submission, and I can pick up every line that comes. The sense of development, the sense of progress can be seen through the words that are coming from your mouth. Now let me delve a little bit into Aido International. I know, as a matter of fact, the organization stands to promote culture and African culture in particular, and also to promote development and link up with the diaspora to bring investment opportunities into Africa. We know the journey of atonement is coming, and my background research tells me that you are keenly involved in that. Tell us a little bit about how you see the work that Aido International is doing currently, and how do you think it's going to profit the Ghan people, and why you so much keen and involved in this project?
I think the relationship between Aido and the Ghan Kingdom is something that would bring progress, and then also it will interlock the changing of cultures, the exchanging of cultures, the building of the institution of chieftaincy. Currently, kings and queens have very cordial relationships, and we are long gone and past the era of fighting and conquering of, space and people. That is very primitive now. We have moved from the sword to the pen. We have many activities geared at fostering unity and promoting culture and recognition of stirring performance in many areas. One such approach to the Millennium Excellence Award, where 5 paramount chiefs, including my good self, have come together to honor outstanding personalities within our communities and in various sectors of our kingdoms. Obviously, Aido is promoting unity and interrelationship between kings and queens in Africa and the diaspora for positive results we can all admire.
Thank you.
Conquering for more space and for people, very cordial relationships we are looking at, and we hope that this is what will bring the era where our traditions are brought to the bear and is given the respect and the honor that it deserves. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ken, and I like that sense of learning from each other, that interrelationship, working together with other kings across the continent. Because when you speak to kings, we all have our background, our traditions, but it's good we learn from each other. Now, let me move a little bit because of time. As we speak, the African Union signed 2 years ago, which actually came to effect, the African Common Trade Agreement. The United Nations are running the decade of people, the decade of Africa, a decade for people of African descent. Aido includes its objective at lifting communities from abject poverty, ignorance about their history, and moral Please guide us as to what critical changes in our attitude and practice do you think the modern generation should basically embrace? If you want to probably advise us some of the changes you would like to see.
I think this critical changes and attitudes, being practiced in most of our regions demands that respect. The sustainable development goals, programs in Africa aims at, putting communities together and from abject poverty, amongst others. This has been reinforced by, the African continent's free trade areas, which promotes the protocols of free movement of peoples and trade amongst the people everywhere, and countries also as such. The Kigali Declaration also provides a statistic global foundation in the terms of date to the basic decisions that are being made to provide strategic vision and direction to find solution for many challenges. All these agreements and provisions grant us an opportunity to practically trade amongst ourselves as kingdoms. Though this we must appreciate and promote our cultural values, language, unique clothing, food, and cultural practices, adornments, and festivals to the world. It is for this reason that we all find interesting a single currency like the Lumen to enhance swift transactions across the 6th region and beyond. Thank you.
Thank you very much, our king. A very critical question coming up, which I think, again, you've spoken a little bit about it, but if you help us throw more light about Aido International is organizing a convention in October, and we know a lot of people are going to come all the way. That's, all things because COVID issues allows us. We're going to have kings and queens across the Africa coming to your city, to your country. We're going to have people from the diaspora trooping into that country, and the objective is to showcase and promote our queens, our cultures, and again to attract investment into the continent of Africa. Now let's come to your people, because you spoke about how your vision, you spelled it out, development of your people. What are some of the key strategic investment opportunities that people can zero down on in your area and for your people?
Well, with investment, I think that, like I said, there is a humongous space for investment because, like I said, the RA is ready for any kind of investment in Ghana. Our taxes are low. There is perpetual peace. Even when there are flashpoints within an election or something, it's, cleared immediately. So there is no cause for alarm regarding people coming in to have investments. Basically, we are looking at Ada. Ada has a lot of salt, and it will be good if people who are interested in mining salt will come in and partner with our local authorities and get the salt mining process going on, I know that it will be very successful. We're also looking at Sege, which has very long and big land, grassland, where you could do ranching of cattle and then also set up a dairy product factory in the place. And not only just dairy, but then meat processing. When you come to Dodoa and Samsam and Ajin Kutuku, there are land space that could be made into investments for real estate. And I think that most people are looking for space to build accommodation, either for rent or for sale. And these are the places we could have about thousands and thousands of houses, you know, that would be useful, because most of these places or locations have very little development, and with a housing project, you know, that will accommodate more people. It will even take people out of the city center to the outskirts of the city, so that we can decongest the city. So when you talk about investment, it is absolutely the right place to be. Ghana is the right place to be. Accra is the best place to be regarding investment. We're looking at Kokrobite, where the continental shelf is so long that we could have aquaculture of fish and grow fingerlings in the sea, of crab and salmon and shrimps in the sea. These things, if we have investors to partner with local authority or partner with the Ghana state on these particular subjects, I think that we would have a great business or enterprise where we can also employ the folks in the kingdom, and also exchange technology and build a system where kings and queens in Africa and in Aido could come and be a part of. Thank you.
Thank you very much, His Royal Majesty. Let me come with a follow-up question on this investment angle. When you speak to people, especially in the diaspora, one key thing and concern they raise, especially when it comes to Africa, and in this particular case Ghana, on the angle of investment, is the issue of land. A bit of reports about land disputes and other things. I mean, can you reassure, or what message you have that will be reassuring to our potential investors that, look, when they come and go through the right channel, you there to help them, and problems that have been reported are not something that should deter them, especially if they are going to go to the right channel. Aroya.
Yes. Right now we have put together the Ga Mantse Customary Land Secretariat, which has the operation permit to deal with the Lands Commission. So all land documents, when it's done, all land documents will come through the Ga Mantse Customary Land Secretariat. I'm sure that with that institution, we should be able to regulate land space, and also if there is available land, because some of the problems come because there are people who have defined their land as families to lands. Some have defined it as two lands, and so maybe the right of sale. But right now, when the Ga Mantse Customary two lands is instituted, we would have a system where all this land space will be regulated in such a way that it is the Ga Mantse, his two land secretariat that will negotiate mostly on behalf of people. And I think that this will stop the double sale of land and all that. The government has also gone ahead to institute a measure, an instrument, where even if a chief is caught double selling land, is grabbed immediately and put behind bar. And this is a big deterrent and also an assurance to you and to all watching us today that we are all in collaboration with the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources are building a system where sale of land would not be disputed anymore, because then there are laws, legal laws that are backing it, and because of that it becomes a deterrent for people to engage in double sale and all that. This is what I have to say, that we are ready now to do business with the people in the diaspora. We are ready now to do business with people in the Caribbean. We are ready now to do business with people in Africa, kings and queens in Africa, to set up beautiful enterprises that will help us grow our kingdoms together. Thank you.
Thank you very much. My last question, but not the last time, my follow-up. What message you have for members of Aido International and anyone out there who might not know about this organization? Any message for them?
So, you know, it is not easy, the road that we have come over these years.
Yes.
We need a system and a pillar, a plan to rebuild and restore our values, you know. So, Paul, we encourage you that you will always be there to support you. We want to let them understand that things in this life hasn't been the way it should be, if that is what the problem is. And I think that you have to take a step and build faith and pride that you will restore exactly what has to be restored, and you will rebuild what has to be rebuilt. And nothing can stand in your way, because this is your soil and you are the son of your soil. If you are the son of your fathers, then you have to rise and think deep and build a space that will help your people thrive. I always say, the last thing that I'm about to say is that being keen and all is okay, but what is important is that it must yield dividends. It must be so important to you that your service to the nation would build the environment around you, will build the people around you, will inspire the people around you, will bless the people around you.
Ken, we thank you very much for your time. And finally, before you leave us, you made mention of the people of the soil. And I know there are 1,001 people who are Ga people listening to us. Finally, in all humbleness, want to ask you to send a message to your people, and this particular to the Ga people of Ghana who might be listening to us wherever they might be, and to people who see the Ga people as their friends, brothers, and especially those in the diaspora, the Caribbeans, who will call Ga their home when they arrive in Ghana. His Royal Highness, please.
Yo ni meke name ni hanye umanye Mimbi Jomo Ulu can hanya even in yo. Dromo afane urune take yeno. Ni eyanye hoy ano. Ne ya nyebi ano. Noni makenye ji game eto. Ni yeni washe wayijo ni won yabuko bin. Ni kenye te sinye bad machine e ba fe matan ke hawo. Ewo yetiashi nyekawa yetiashi ni yehane waduma wanane no nibi ni ya no ekobe hingbe no shi wabate shi no momo wo he yemi sumo he nya yehane wo suma wo he eche facho dane abe ninkanye fai na ete shikpon ni won chuma yeri kusun won panye fai ni neke ukadi nefe e bomode ni nyehie hu ya meni nuga ya meni je gameni ni wonye ni wadu ni wofa omane ni wohwe odada no ni gafe anya na hwe na yose akeshi oba wono mi won panye fai ye game nye dumashi nye sumanya he kano manyaba.
Thank you very much, His Royal Highness Tackie Teiko Tsuru the second, on behalf of our listeners, on behalf of Aido International, and on behalf of Star Radio. We'd like to say big thank you for availing yourself to speak to us, to educate us. We've taken a lot in, we've learned a lot, and your passion for development, your passion for the future generation was well spelled out and is there for all of us to see. And the reassurance that you've given to the investors who want to venture into Ghana, putting yourself in, over there, taking the bold step to solve one critical problem, the land tenure issue that confront us and confront investors. Thank you very much. We'd like to say big thank you. We know normally when it's your palace, we need to go through a lot of culture, tradition before we can see you, but you've made yourself available. That shows a renewed kinship that the current royals on Africa continent are having. And I would like to say big thank you, King. Have a blessed evening. To your people who helped in bringing this program to a fruition, we'd like to say big thank you to them. Thank you, Akin.
Thank you.
So in summer, when you have
right, that was the great king of the people of Ga in Ghana. His passion for development is something that I think came through very strongly. His focus for the future generation is something that came through very strongly, and I do hope you actually took in a lot. Yes, we apologize for the late start. It was due to a little bit of connection to the palace, but that's okay. We did got to what we needed to get to. But I'd like to say thank you very much. If you do not know about Aido International, please visit www.aidonetwork.org and find out about the organization. Next week we're going to bring you another king from Africa. We're educating ourselves, looking at investment opportunities across the continent of Africa. And if you're listening to us that you say, oh, how can I get involved? How do I take advantage of these opportunities? You can log on the website www.aidonetwork.org and you should be able to get more information. You can also call us Star Radio in the studio over here, or log on to our website www.starradiouk.com. This program hasn't ended. It's ended over here, so to say, but the Roots of Africa journey continues, and we'll be crossing over very shortly to Uganda on Rai TV, where we'll continue the second phase of the program. On behalf of our team, the production team and the technical team in the studio, I would like to say thank you very much and have a wonderful weekend. Bye bye.